welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor and this is a quick check-in on my reading goals for 2023. I was wondering what I needed to do this weekend just to finish off the month, and I thought, well, I may as well check in. I know I'm doing terribly, and as it turns out, there was one slight surprise. But yeah, mostly I'm doing terribly, and this is just telling you how much I'm doing terribly. Okay, so my overall goal for the year, as usual, is to read 120 books, short stories, graphic novels, etc. I'm slightly behind on that. I currently have read 66, so 120 is about 10 a month. And so end of July, I should be at 70. I'm at 66, so I've caught up a little bit. I'm only like 4 books behind schedule, so that's great. Particularly as, although I haven't signed up to be a voter yet this year, I'm not sure if I will because I've got my concerns about Worldcon this year. I do still want to try and read most of the short fiction, so hopefully that will help my goals. So my other 2 major goals that I'm really not doing well on is my usual diversity, broadening of my mind goals, and that is increasing the amount of queer books that I'm reading, like books on queer topics or with queer characters, and books written by non-white authors. So the aim is to beat last year. So in order to do that, I need to read 29 queer books and 17 non-white books. So far, in the first 7 months, I've read 7 queer books and 2 non-white books. I am really not doing well this year. So I've got a few things in train that I am partway through that will help, but I've been really struggling to settle into essentially new fiction. Like a lot of my books this year have been, if not new, what I would call easy fiction. So mysteries. Like I reread all of the Miss Marples, and at the start of the year I read a whole bunch of Kerry Greenwood ones, although they were at least new to me. And also in the last month or so I've been catching up by reading Austen Variations. Some new, some rereads. So yeah, I'm not doing particularly well with my diversity of reading this year at all. I really need to finish off some of the ones that I've got in train. And I am starting to get back to the gym now, which is helping a little bit. But I really need to actually make some progress. Now, the slightly positive surprise was my other goal for the year, which is my physical TBR. So I always want to reduce my physical TBR. I never reduce my physical TBR. However, it's always the goal. And this year I had a couple of strategies in mind, in that I wanted to use my TBR jar, which I have not done. So that would also help with my diversity goals. So I really need to probably actually look into doing that again. Although first I need to finish some of the stuff that I've got going. The other thing I was planning to do was to finish, progress some series particularly where I had physical copies. I'm not doing hugely brilliantly in that, although I have kept a couple of series up to date, which I had bought the new editions. So I am up to date on The Wayward Children. I am up to date, I believe, on the Murderbot Diaries, which I had a physical copy of one of those to read. And there were a couple where I have started rereading the series because it's been so long since I read the initial book or two that I need to remind myself of what was going on, and I have physical copies of the books to come. So I have reread Libromancer. I still need to reread the second book, but I have this second and third and fourth book on my shelf, so that's in train. And I am currently midway through rereading Alphabet Squadron, and I have the second book in that series also on my physical shelf, so that's in train. But I have in fact reduced my physical TBR. So at the start of the year, it was at 188. It is now at 184. So I have gone down by 4 books. So part of that is, apart from my Arkwright, I haven't been buying physical books. I've very rarely been into the bookshop this year. I've just ordered a bunch, but they also don't really count because they were for uni. So that's part of it. But also I've been allowing myself occasionally, if a book on my TBR shelf catches my eye And those shelves are in my bedroom next to my bed. So sometimes I'm just lying in bed and it catches my eye. I'm allowing myself to pick them up. So there's been some poetry that's caught my eye. There's been, I've got a short story collection that I'm currently working through, that kind of thing. So I am actually making progress on reducing my physical TBR. So yeah, enough that it's coped with like 7 more crate books. So yay. So that is the one piece of good news on my goals for 2023, is that I am reducing my physical TBR. Now I really just need to get my butt in gear and catch up to my overall goal and read a hell of a lot of queer and non-white author books. Again, I'm hoping that the Hugo list helps me with that. We'll see how I go. But yeah, that's where I'm up to in July, end of July of 2023, with 5 months left to go. We'll see how I come out at the end of the year. As always, please like and subscribe. I'd love to chat in the comments about books, and I will see you all again really soon. Bye.